94.3 WYBC, the rhythm of the city. I'm Juan Castillo, and every once in a while we got to stop the music to talk about things that are happening in our community. And I have on the line with me right now Lisa Antrum, and she works with veterans, and there's going to be an event jumping off this week, Vietnam veterans specifically, but also veterans as a whole. How you doing, Lisa?
Good. Thanks so much for having me on.
All right, tell us all about your efforts.
So let me kind of start from the beginning. So I'm a real estate agent, and I specialize with veterans because my dad and my uncle are both Vietnam veterans. And it wasn't till the end of 2003 when my dad was very, very ill. I hadn't seen him in person in a while, but he had a 12 centimeter mass of skin cancer on his head. He was 95 pounds, just very, very ill. And he lives by himself. So I sprung into action, and I, went down to the VA, and it was not easy. First, they told me he didn't exist, and then they said somebody dropped the ball when he got discharged from Vietnam. It was a mess. And then when we finally did get him into the hospital, when the real fun began, trying to get his service-connected benefits. And that's when I realized that they really go through hell. And it should not be that difficult. They served our country, especially combat veterans, and it shouldn't be this difficult to get their benefits. So what I started doing after that is asking my clients, hey, how long did it take you to get your benefits? And 9 times out of 10, the first thing they would do was laugh. And then I would hear 3 years, 10 years, 15 years, which to me is absolutely crazy. And I honestly feel like most civilians do not understand, because I never did, that this is what they go through. We just figure that, it's taken care of, and it's not. And it's horrible. That's a shame. Yes, go ahead. It's almost like the system is designed to make them give up. Like soldiers are trained, they just do what they're told. And a lot of them just accept, okay, well, if they're going to keep denying me, they just will give up, like my dad did. Like he used to tell me years ago that every time he went to the VA, it was a problem. Now I saw why. For some reason, he wasn't in their system. But it's not okay. And so that was the impetus for all of this. So last year, he was really, really sick. And I teamed up with Mission 22. Mission 22 is an organization. Their motto is, after their tour is over, our mission begins. And what they mean by that is they want to help with the mental health aspect to help prevent veteran suicide and give them resources and outlets to get them, reacclimated mentally to society. Because it's tough. I mean, going through this whole process, I got to know my dad on a totally different level. I understand a lot of why he was the way he was growing up. And, he said, you're trained. He was a helicopter gunner. He said, you're trained to kill. And then one day, they say, okay, you can't kill anymore. Good luck. And it's terrifying in a way, because if we are not, obviously we need our military, and less people are enlisting. And we are not doing enough to take care of the people that are there. So what's going to happen when people just don't enlist? You know what I mean? We rely on these people to protect our country. And on a side note as well, when I dove into my dad's service, I found online a picture of him that I'd never seen before, where he looked just like my 19-year-old son. So you take this little baby and you send him off to war, and there's not enough, our government is not doing a good enough job, as far as I'm concerned, taking care of them.
Juan Castillo here. This is the Evening Jam, and I'm speaking with Lisa Antrum, and we're talking about veterans, and specifically her dad, who went through the Vietnam War, and just how veterans have difficult times getting their benefits. And so she's been taking us through, her ordeal in regard to trying to help her dad. So now we are at the point now where you said you hooked up with the Mission program, right? That helps veterans in terms of their mental health. Can you go on now?
Yes. So what Mission 22 does is their goal is to try to prevent veteran suicide. And unfortunately, our community in Naugatuck, we just lost a 34-year-old Marine veteran to suicide in February. So the fundraiser that we're doing, 50% of the proceeds are going to go to his widow and family, and the other 50% is going to be split between Mission 22 and the VFW here in Southbury. I'm sorry, go ahead.
No. When is the event, and what time, and all of that?
It is this Friday, which is June 6th, from 7 to 10 p.m. There's going to be live entertainment. I'm also a singer on the side. I do a lot of stuff in New York. My band is coming up from New York to donate their time. My friend and fellow artist, Timmy Maya, he's going to be performing as well, so it'll be a good time. And he has a lot of family that was in law enforcement as well. A lot of our veterans end up going into service like that. They, go into law enforcement. So it'll be a good time for a good cause. We will have Naugatuck Mayor Pete Hess will be on hand to say a few words. We're going to have a couple veterans come up and talk about their experiences, just to kind of educate the people that are there, what they've gone through and even what they go through now. Honestly, last year we had a gentleman from Mission 22 who was going to speak, and at the last second he just wasn't able to because he has severe PTSD. Right. It's real.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much for all the work you're doing. Kudos to your band, yourself, all the folks that are, banded together to do this. Big up to my brother, Timmy Meyer, very good friend, great artist. And thank you so much for calling in and letting us know again. It is this Friday. Give us the information again.
It is this Friday, June 6th, from 7 to 10 p.m. It's going to be at the VFW in Southbury, Connecticut, which is on Lee Farms Road. And I can send you information, Juan, too, so you can put it up on your website and stuff. And of course, we invite you personally to come as well. Absolutely.
Thank you so much. And thank you so much for all the work that you're doing.
Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate you.
Absolutely. Juan Castillo with you, WYBC, in your community, 24/7, 365. Let's get back to the rhythm of the city.